14 years ago, I played my first FPS, which was Counter-Strike. It has already been 6 years since its release, but it was still popular. I live in a country where at the time, everyone was playing it. It never died for a whole decade. It was a game like no other during this period, and it hooked me, and so I kept playing it, along with other FPS such as Call of Duty. I played it until a Counter-Strike Source came out, which had completely different mechanics and such. So I stopped playing those types of games and moved on to Team Fortress 2, where I played it for 4 years and had more than 2,500 hours in it. There I played casually until I got introduced to competitive TF2, where I discovered about esports and got my first look at other esports related games. I played TF2 but eventually stopped due to how Valve treated its updates and how I could not run it as smooth anymore due to those updates. I then switched over to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, a game that I probably overlooked for too long because I enjoyed every bit of it. I continuously played it for 5 years straight, learning an abundance of knowledge about the game, other FPS genre, and even more about esports. Throughout the course of these 14 years, every game has taught me something. The date, June 2nd, 2020, was the release of the game Valorant, and since day one, I have been playing it. Valorant, as well as other games, taught me something as well. Valorant taught me that people play casually and not always competitively. It taught me to respect others and respect their growth. At first I was disappointed that people could not understand how crosshair placement or contour strafing or movement worked, but then it took a while for me to realize that they need their own pace and such, because I was also in a similar situation at one point in my life. Happy first year Valorant, and so far I appreciate everything it is doing, and in its first year it grew so much, and I know in the future it will grow so much more.